You guys haven't had a chance to play a road game, obviously. How do you think it will be this year playing on the road with no fans? Do you think it will not be as much of a disadvantage as normal?
Ну, в принципе, в любом случае, мы, конечно, поняли из-за этой ситуации, насколько фанаты важны и насколько приятнее играть с ними. Выбирать не можем. Когда начинается игра, конечно, ты концентрируешься на игре, но все равно не хватает фанатов. На выезде, в принципе, наверное, иногда тоже, в принципе, чужие фанаты тоже заводят, когда все равно какая-то атмосфера есть на стадионе.
Basically, either way, we understood during these conditions how important and vital the fans are and how much energy they give us every game. And it's obviously very different. And even on the road with opposing fans, their cheers can give us energy too. So it definitely is a challenge.
Next question comes from Vince Mercogliano with USA Today Network. Vince, go ahead.
Hey Artemi, it looked like you were practicing on the same line with Booch today. You guys haven't played together a lot since you've been in New York, but what do you think about that possibility, and what do you think that he could bring to your line?
Ну, в принципе, он, наверное, во всех зонах хороший, отличный игрок, здорово играет в пас, может забить, может бороться, в принципе, может все делать. Я думаю, что, ну и у нас, в принципе, одно понимание хоккея с ним. Вот. Ну, Стромеру тоже русский паспорт выдадим.
Obviously, Butch is really good in all three zones. He's a really good passer. He can score. He can check. He can do it all. So we have very similar understanding of hockey, he and I. But I think we'll give Stromer a Russian passport and he'll be fine.
Hey, does anyone have any more questions for Artemi? One from Larry Brooks with the New York Post. Larry, go ahead.
Yeah, Artemi, how would you evaluate your game through the first 3 games of this season, yours and Strom's combined?
Ник, переведи, пожалуйста.
Как бы ты оценил свою игру и свою вместе с Стромом игру за первые 3 матча?
Ну, наверное, первый матч и остальные 2 нельзя в одну ячейку складывать, потому что первый матч, конечно, отвратительно играли все. Второй отлично, третий как бы старались, сделали все, что могли, не все получалось, но в принципе наше желание радует, как мы разговариваем в раздевалке, какую энергию мы хотим вкладывать. Просто не всегда все получается, особенно в начале. Так что я уверен, все будет хорошо у нас.
I don't think you can group the first game with the other 2 and put them in the same basket. First game was obviously terrible. Second game was great. Third game we tried a lot of different things. We worked hard. Not everything fell our way, but what I'm really encouraged by is our common desire to improve what is being said and done in the locker room, and things will start falling into place for us.
Okay, and we have one more here from Artemi, and it's from Mark Roseman with Sports Talk New York. Mark, go ahead.
Yeah, Artemi, I'm just wondering, amongst the players, when things like what happened in Carolina with COVID and cancellation of games, does that filter down to you guys in the locker room, and is there a message again to be more vigilant, because it just shows how fragile this schedule can be?
Переведи, пожалуйста.
То, что сейчас происходит в Каролайне с ковидом, с ковидом, тестированием игроков, на вас это как-то откладывается и добавляет больше ответственности за свое поведение?
Ну, конечно, в любом случае, но все ребята, в принципе, понимают, что если, в принципе, зараза это приходит, то, во-первых, сам игрок теряет много физической формы, в принципе, по середине сезона это, наверное, в любом случае плохо. Ну и, конечно, риску добавляет остальным игрокам, поэтому все понимают и без примера Каролины, что это все серьезно.
Of course it does, and guys understand that if this virus hits you, not only do you individually lose your shape during the height of the season when you have to be on, but you can harm the team and the other guys if you're not careful. So obviously we're very appreciative of the situation and without needing the examples of Carolina.
What do you think? You guys have not played a road game yet, obviously, with the empty arenas. What do you think that will be like? Do you think it'll be easier to play on the road than normal with no fans in these buildings?
I don't know. It's a different than play in front of the fans, but I think the biggest difference was in the first game. See the Madison Square Garden empty, but the second, third game, just we play the game still, right? So we're not focusing about that, and we're trying to win.
Next question comes from Leslie Treff with New York Sports Day. Leslie, go ahead.
Hi, Phil. I'm wondering, Coach Quinn said earlier that he liked your play toward the end of the game. What do you think you did differently from the last games to last night?
I don't know what I did differently. I'm trying to play every game in the same way, and I'm trying to play my game all 4 years that I'm here, but trying to get better in it. And yesterday we had a lot of pressure in offensive zone. We had a lot of scoring chances. We drew some penalties, and then we scored a goal. So that helped me a lot. But unfortunately we lost. But we have another game tomorrow or in 2 days, and trying to be better again.
Next question comes from Vince Mercogliano with USA Today Network. Vince, go ahead.
Hey, Phil. Just to piggyback on that a little bit, Coach just mentioned not only that he liked your game last night, but he also said Kako. It did seem like your line had quite a few scoring chances. Do you feel like, especially with those being guys that you played with last year, that you guys are starting to find your rhythm and your chemistry, especially, you guys get that goal from Kako late in the previous game and then you seem to play well last night. So do you feel like you're kind of building right now?
I think the goal against Islanders helped us because like that game we played very well. We had a lot of possession on the puck and then in the second period we scored a goal. And last game we started to have the puck on our sticks since first shift, and we created a lot of pressure in offensive zone, and then we scored a goal in third period. But yeah, how I said, we trying to build that chemistry every game and trying to push each other to be better.
Next question comes from Mark Rosenman with Sports Talk New York. Mark, go ahead.
One of the things that Coach Quinn has talked about about you is needing to improve on your face-offs. What are some of the things that you've been working on to try and be more successful in the face-off circle?
As I said before, it's a lot of great centers in NHL, are top players in the NHL. So you have to work on. I get the strength, build it in the gym, but also I have to work on my technique on a face-off because the technique is important and play against the older, more experienced guys. It's hard, right? So it's just working hard after every practice, and that's the key.